Alright, I put this thing together, oh, I don't know, when did we get it really fired up? Probably about 2 years ago. And of course things appear to be working really, really well, and other than the bent push rods, I haven't really had any reason to crack these things open. But I think this one, if I'm not mistaken, it's leaking a little bit of oil. So I'm going to pop this one open, take a look at this valve gasket here, see what's up. So preliminary inspection would seem to indicate that you can see that kind of curve down at that corner over there. I think the glue came loose down that end, and I'm probably oozing a little bit. But one of the other things that I did with these valve covers, one valve cover I scored with my Dremel, so that when I glued the thing in place, the glue would have a better bite into that aluminum. And I was like, I wonder if I really needed to do that. So when I pull this valve gasket out of here, and before I do that, I got to make sure I've got a replacement set, and I think I do. I'm going to look and see whether or not this is the one that I scored. So I'll be disappointed if this is the one that I scored, but if I didn't score this one, then I'm going to score it before I glue it back together again. But anyway, check that oil out. Look at that. It's beautiful, clean, not a bit of crud in it anywhere. And the valve train's looking fantastic. I'm going to go on a big trip. I got to make sure that all these bolts are tight. I don't want something coming loose on me. Alright, but I got gaskets, so I can take this thing apart. Let's see what it looks like once I pull this thing out. See which one of these it is. Look how easy that came out. And as we check it out, no scoring. This is the non-scored valve cover. So, I'm going to score this one before gluing it, cleaning it and gluing it. So there we go, got all the little bits of old glue and all the oil out of there. I'm going to have to get some degreaser on there before I attempt to glue it, but it's all ready for scoring. So there it is, all pitted up. I wonder if I can get this to focus. There it goes. Look at those pits. So that's the deal. Why the valve cover's got all those pits. Now I just got to figure out what's a good glue, because I'm not a big fan of that glue that I used. Alright, so I got my glue in. It says put it together while it's still liquidy. Then press fit it for about an hour. So I've taken 2 heads and crammed them on there. That should be enough of a press fit. And of course I'm doing this stuff during a tornado. What is it, a watch? Or a warning? It's a watch. Conditions are right for tornadoes. So it's starting to rain. I can hear the thunder. And yeah, believe it or not, we had a tornado pass that direction. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's about 3 or 4 miles down that way. And it went from that direction to that direction. Alright, it's been an hour, and looks okay to me. Okay, so 24 hours from now, we'll give that a shot. Alright, it's been 23 hours. That's good enough. I'm not saying I'm going to drive it right now, but I've got to wrap this side up and get over to the other side. Take a look at it. Alright, this one's a little bit better than the other one, but you know, you can see, I don't know, you can't really see it, but it's come loose from about here across to there. It just hasn't deformed, so it was still holding the oil in pretty well. I'll have to fix it. I just can't fix it right now. I'm going to bolt it right back on. Alright, I think things are looking pretty decent. Fuel pump fix seems to be working. Don't see too much else. Don't seem to be leaking too much oil other than that one valve cover. Alright, I just took it out for a little 10-mile trip, maybe 12 miles, something like that. And this is the one that I'd reset. And I don't see any drips. Fantastic. As a matter of fact, it is really clean down there at the moment. It's doing really well. Not too much ooze. It's good. Let's see what the other side looks like. Alright, I unclipped this side and reclipped it, but there's nothing dripping there. So terrific. Let me change the oil here in just a bit. Alright, I'll let you in a little secret. When I put this motor together, you know, I spent so much money on that ZDP additive stuff during the break-in. I was like, you know, I'm not going to dump that stuff out right off, so this is going to be the first oil change this thing has had. It's probably about three or four tankfuls in. It's got about 1,000 miles on it, something like that. I know you're not supposed to do it. Don't do what I do. Do what you're supposed to do. But let's check it out. Alright, there's the old oil filter. Done its job well. These are like a 10,000 mile oil filter. I feel bad getting rid of it, but because that was expensive. And it's got the high stick paint on it. It's kind of rough, easy to grab and whatnot, so you can spin it on, spin it off. This guy's just smooth, but I think they're the same quality. I just don't think they make it like that anymore. 14670, 14670. As far as I can tell, it's the same one. The 10,000 mile one. Anyway, let's get that in there. Alright, got that all buttoned back up. I checked all the bolts on the seam, as well as the bolts on the oil pump over there. All that's tight. But that's ready to roll there. And of course, I've got the old filter. It's going to be too dark to see it. Hey, there's the new filter right there. I'll pop a little bit of oil back in here. Crank it up, look for leaks. I'm not going to drive it anywhere tonight. But I'm going to take it to work tomorrow morning. Get a few quick miles on it before I take it out on the big ride. Yeah, I'm going to put some of this in here as well. It's got that ZDDP stuff in it that you're supposed to have when you run crummy-ass lifters and camshafts like we've got in these antiques. And you're supposed to only do it during break-in, but it's not going to hurt anything to do it the second time either. I figure after this I'm not going to do it anymore. But yeah, good for now. Jeez, this stuff is like molasses. I knew it was thick, I didn't realize it was that thick. Alright, there's the oil. It's dark, you can tell it's been in the car for a while. No crap in it though. Pretty solid. Alright, we got the cap back on there. What do we got there? That looks pretty decent. That's about right. A little ABBA tonight. For some reason my brake pedal's a little bit soft. I noticed that my brake fluid was down a little bit. Not really sure what's going on there. It's not coming from the back. But I know I've got problems with these calipers up here in the front. They're ancient, which means the seals in those things are ancient, so they might be oozing a touch. Alright, let's crank the bad boy up here. A little power. Let's see how much it takes. Not too bad. See if we can't get some oil pressure down there. There it goes. Zip! There it is, all the way up to 60. No problem. What's the idle? It's kind of a lukewarm idle, just a touch under 700. I didn't have to put my foot on the gas to crank it up, which is a good sign. So maybe I've got some of my idle problems fixed. Take it around the block. Notice that my wipers are up there. I have no idea what's up with that. They just kind of started going and then they stopped. Bad wipers. Alright, while it's still running, let's take a look real quick here. Make sure everything's doing what it's supposed to do. No leaks. Yeah, it looks okay down there. Nothing's leaking on the other side. Not too much noise coming out. Fantastic. Can't really feel anything there. If there's anything goofy going on in here. Alright, the cap has stayed on. Big idle. Not terrible. One quick look down this end. Fantastic. No leaks. Awesome. And of course you got to be able to turn it off and have it not diesel. Fantastic. Alright, I think that part of the preparation is done. And the brakes felt better too.